Hey, what's going on, guys? This is ChimChim back again with another video, and today I'm bringing you guys my favorite sniper class that I use for search and destroy. This is what I think works best and what I personally prefer to use, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys right here. Primary weapon I use is AX50, and I do use a secondary for an M4A1 just because I love the M4. It's the best gun of the game. And, using a sniper, there's certain situations that you can use it in, but a lot of times you need a actual gun. So, I use the N4A1 as my secondary with the overkill. But I'm going to get into the attachments real quick for the AX50. So first one I use is a 17-inch factory barrel, has aim down sight speed and movement speed. A lot of what I'd look for is aim down sight speed, just because I mostly use the sniper in pre-snipe situations at the beginning of the rounds. So I like to get my aim down sight speed as quick as possible so I can beat whoever. If there's another guy at the other end trying to snipe me, I can beat him to the punch. Optic, I use a thermal scope just because it definitely is pretty overpowered in this game. A lot of people don't use cold-blooded. Most people use EOD in this game, so a lot of players that you see will be lit up white. And it's super easy to see someone even if their head is just poking out, so I definitely recommend this, especially if you're starting out as a sniper. Thermal scope is definitely the way to go. Stock, I use a Singard Arms Assassin. Again, aim down sight speed. This, I think, might be the most important part of the whole gun is using the recon perk. Just because, especially if you're using not a thermal scope, there's a lot of times where you might not tell that there's a person there, but then if their nameplate pops up, you can see them. So that's definitely super helpful, and I would definitely recommend putting that on for sure. And then the last one is stipple grip tape, which is sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. So sprint to fire speed is important because when you're running to wherever you want to get that pre-snipe, your gun will come up a lot faster than the other guy that's at the other end. So it's super important. So let's get to the M4. If you guys watched my M4A1 video, I'll put a link in the description to it. This is pretty much the same setup that I use as attachments for that M4A1 class. I think it actually is exactly the same. I'll go stock M16 Grenadier, no stock, stipple grip tape, 60 round mags, and then a Merc foregrip. For the perks, I personally use Kill Chain. This really can be switched around. You could use cold-blooded, especially if you're sniping. There might be other people that are using snipers, and they might not be using thermal. So, that'll give you a leg up on them. You could use EOD. That EOD is probably what I would recommend just because there's a lot of pre-nades in Search and Destroy. But I personally use Kill Chain just so I can, my VTOL and my Predator missile can get me kills towards my chopper gunner that I want to get in Search and Destroy. Overkill for this class you obviously have to have if you want to have the M4 and the sniper. And tracker I just use because I think it's such an overpowered perk that I put it on pretty much all my classes just because I think it's so necessary. Frag grenade for lethal. Frag grenades I think are best off pre-nades. You could use a claymore if you want to perch up in a building and put a claymore down. I would definitely recommend that. But in most situations, I'm not really perched up. I kind of go for my pre-snipe, and if I don't see anything, I'll run out with my M4 and kind of go from there. So I definitely keep the frag grenade. And last, I use stim. Stim I think is really important. Stuns and flashes work, but I think stim, if you just put it on, it gives you 2 stims. And I think it's definitely an overpowered tactical, and I would definitely recommend putting that on, honestly, most of your classes. Just because stuns and flashes, like, a lot of situations I find myself using them in, they don't really get hit markers or anything like that. So, if someone's shooting at you and you run away, use your stim real quick. So I definitely recommend the stim. And that's the Search and Destroy class that I use for my sniper. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys try this class out. Hopefully it works for you. And come back tomorrow for another video. Thanks. Fire speed. A lot of times people find themselves sprinting around corners, which you shouldn't do, but I even find myself doing it sometimes, and you'll sprint around a corner and you'll find an enemy. If you have this on, this will definitely